What's going on, guys? Welcome back to B-Ball TV. Michael Jordan's undefeated NBA Finals record is one of the most astonishing accomplishments in all of professional sports. It's also grossly overrated. We honor Jordan as unquestionably the greatest of all time because he went 6 for 6 in championship series, but we forget the context, and we use that perfect record as the ultimate deciding factor in the battle between Jordan and LeBron James. No matter how great the king might be, he can never ascend to his heiress throne. LeBron lost in the finals and Jordan didn't. End of story. Truly, Jordan was extraordinarily great. Yet as impressive as Jordan's legacy is, there are 4 reasons you might be overlooking LeBron to celebrate Jordan. Number 1. As physical as 1990s defenses were, they weren't all that good. People like to pretend Michael Jordan would average 50 points per game in the modern NBA because of the lack of a hand-checking rule. They conveniently ignore that the elimination of hand-checking wasn't the only defensive rule change in the early 2000s. The NBA also modified the illegal defense rule, allowing teams to play hybrid man-zone scheme all over the court. That, that change affected post players big and small, from the likes of Shaquille O'Neal to, yes, his airness. Defenses could now send a soft double team at you before you even caught the ball, instead of having to wait to help under the old rules. Schemes became more sophisticated, thanks to visionaries such as Tom Thibodeau and Greg Popovich. Teams defended areas of the floor, taking away scoring superstars' comfort zones. Moreover, teams fouled less often because they were able to prevent superstars from getting to their spots and didn't have to resort to grabbing and knocking a guy on his butt. All of this would have affected Jordan. His scoring prowess was built on the foundation of his legendary ability to draw fouls, in addition to all of his other greatness, and he was the ultimate one-on-one assassin. It has become far more difficult to impose your personal will on an opponent in the modern NBA, and without that dominance, Jordan's Bulls might have come up short a time or two. Faced with increasingly complex defenses that could focus their attention on Jordan alone, his airness would have played a lot more like LeBron, moving the ball, trusting his teammates, and shooting more threes. And when you have to rely on others to the extent LeBron has in his career, instead of just to win championships with series clinching shots, you're going to have failures. Number 2. The NBA made things easier for Jordan on 3 separate occasions. First, Jordan was the beneficiary of expansion. In 1988 and 1989, the NBA added 4 teams, which were the Heat, Hornets, Timberwolves, and Magic, diluting the talent pool across the association. Coupled with the decline of the Lakers and the Celtics in the early 90s, Jordan marched through a league still on the rebound. Then, in 1995, the Grizzlies and Raptors came into the NBA, once again just in time for a Bulls three-peat. Never forget, though, that the 72-10 Chicago squad lost to the expansion Raptors in the 1995-96 season because anything can happen on a given night. And right at that moment, the NBA also shortened the three-point line to try to drive up scoring, from 22 feet in the corners and 23 to 29 feet above the break to 22 feet all the way around. How convenient for Jordan, a career 33% shooter from behind the arc who shot 50%, 43%, and 37% in 3 years with the shorter line, and he played alongside with the most accurate three-point shooter in NBA history, Steve Kerr, who also had career years with the Bulls. Number 3. Jordan never faced a truly worthy adversary. LeBron James had faced the greatest players of his generation in the NBA Finals. He had to beat Tim Duncan and lost to the big fundamental twice. He's been defended by perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidates such as Draymond Green, Kawhi Leonard, and Andre Iguodala. He took down an Oklahoma City Thunder team with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. And of course, he conquered the greatest regular season team in NBA history, then prepared to beat them again after they restocked by adding Kevin Durant. Who is the greatest superstar Jordan had to vanquish for a championship? Magic Johnson? That Lakers team was falling apart, and less than 5 months after the 1991 finals, Johnson announced that he was HIV positive and retired from the game. Clyde Drexler, overlooked, yet not on the level of LeBron's opponents. Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Karl Malone, count the rings, and they had chances too when Jordan was retired or losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. He ducked Hakeem Olajuwon and scored against guys like Jeff Hornacek in the NBA Finals. Jordan rose to every challenge, but the challengers never rose to him. Number 4. The Bulls' finals record doesn't belong just to Michael Jordan. LeBron has had more superstar help in his career, of course, but there are two key franchise factors in Jordan's favor. Phil Jackson is the obvious one, as the King has mostly had to deal with average at best coaches during his time in the NBA. Jordan, meanwhile, had the Zen master to lead the Bulls, allowing his airness to concentrate on being a score-first, ultra-competitive maniac who fought teammates and intimidated opponents. He also had Scottie Pippen. While Dwayne Wade is a better overall player than Pippen, Pippen's game perfectly complemented Jordan's. His defense gave MJ a respite when he needed it, and his playmaking kept the triangle offense flowing when Jordan preferred to dominate the ball. Really, it's unfair to harp on Jordan's perfect finals record. The Chicago Bulls deserve credit as a franchise for what they accomplished. Giving all the glory to the GOAT doesn't do that team justice. Leave your opinions down in the comment section below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. And until next time, peace out guys.